Baby, looking good, framed up. Let's see, we can unbox right here. I think that's what's gonna happen. Let's see. Let me adjust this a little bit more. We're gonna tweak this a little bit more. Let's go down just a little bit. Hopefully we get some people in here. This is late night chatting, friends. This is late. I might be talking to nobody. That's okay. That's what live is all about. Let's see. We got one person. Oh, I see you. We got one person in here. We just got back from the show day today at the rave, and I can't wait to unbox these things. So we're gonna unbox some stuff. Hopefully some people drop in. Oh yeah, this is sick. There's a lot of boxes here. Yo, we got people in the chat. Let's go. 6 a.m. Who's up at 6 a.m.? Holy. Yeah, it's hold on, what time is it here? It is 12:44 a.m. here. I just got home from work at the rave in Milwaukee, so we got boxes to open. Welcome. 7:44. Nice. All right. I'm gonna keep getting boxes. People are rolling in. This is sick. Here's the sneak peek, boys and girls. Look at this. Look at this wedge right here. Woohoo! It's kind of heavy, to be honest. It's a little chunky, but it's wood. Hold up. Let me get the other ones. I'm excited. I got one of these in a week ago. 7:45. Nice. It is early. What size is it? 12-inch. 12-inch monitor. Let me show you what I'm replacing though. Let me show you what I'm replacing. Hold on. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I can't believe I'm working this late at night for you guys. This is well, it's really for me, but all right. Here was the wedges. They're not even wedges, right? They're just like PA speakers. These EV ZLX 12Ps. You know, they go on a pole, or they have the wedge profile. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. This thing, so you can set them up as a wedge, like so. Is that in the frame? Yeah, that's in the frame. So, yeah, that's what we're replacing. Oh my God, 23 people up in here. Yo. Okay. What size? Okay, I'm not missing too much. Okay, all right. This, let me see. There's gotta be specs. Hold on. You're asking me tech questions. I should know this by now. Hold up, UPS. Okay, UPS is lying, dog. UPS says this is 52 pounds. I don't believe it. I'm looking it up. Hold on. LD Systems, Mon 12, G3. Hold up. I'm on Sweetwater right now, boys and girls. Let's see. Somebody's probably gonna find it faster than me. Okay, it says 38 pounds. These things are 38 pounds. So, yeah, I was looking at the turbo sounds too. Active or passive, they're active. So they have, here's the selling point right here, okay? Here's the selling point right here. You see that? That's locking power comm, baby. Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't get the turbo sounds, because they're IEC. And I'm sick of having the IEC cables fall out of anything. Dude, that is like my pet peeve lately is IEC cables. Because everything uses IEC cables, and I travel and my rack, you know, rides in the van, rides in the trailer, get to the gig and something's not working, and I just know it's an IEC cable somewhere, and it always is. So the turbo sounds, basically I liked it was like the same form factor, these little guys, and the turbo sounds are basically the same size, the 12-inch, and these are 12-inch. They're both coaxial, so that means the tweeter is in the center of the woofer. And then, but yeah, I picked this because it has PowerCon in and out, so I can link both power and XLR, so I don't have to necessarily lay out quad boxes or whatever for power. And then the other thing, actually that's pretty much it, to be honest. I kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna buy one of them and test it. So I bought this one and checked it out, you know, just played a bunch of music through it. I put a 58, I set up a 58 on the wing and gained it up to 30, which is relatively, you know, that's a decent amount of gain. And I was, you know, checking it, channels wide open, this thing set at 0, completely flat, waving the mic in front. Granted, it was on the ground, but I was like waving the mic, like seeing where it would ring with no EQ. And I like got to this point where I was like, you know, 2 feet away and nothing. And I was like, okay, we're onto something here. Like that would have not been possible with the EVs or most other wedges. But they made a PowerCon version of the turbo sounds. Hold on, I'm missing people here. I have 3 turbo sounds, personally love them. Yeah, no, honestly, I think the turbo sounds, and these are probably like really, really close. And I probably would have liked the turbo sounds too. Like the reviews all look really good. But I don't know. I basically just picked one, and the main reason was the linkability of these with power, honestly. Because I like to make my cable looms. If you guys have been watching the videos, I make, you know, I like looming my cables together. And, or just link it. I don't know. I like efficiency in the setup. Version of the, so the price difference is pretty close. The price difference is pretty close. These are like hold on, I'm on Sweetwater. $670 if you get them like at the full price. But call your engineer and be like, hey, give me a deal, because that's what you do on Sweetwater. Just FYI, if you don't know, they give you a sales engineer. Use them. Call them up and be like, yo, Grant, hook me up. I'm about to buy 3 wedges from you and drop money. Give me the best price, and they will 100% of the time take money off that order. So if you haven't done that yet, call your Sweetwater guy. If you're buying from Sweetwater, Full Compass, whatever, anybody, get a quote. But anyways, let's get some unboxing. Let's keep chatting. This is cool. I'm hyped up. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to sleep now for like a while. So let's open some boxes and keep chatting here. Famous whiskey. Oh, Whiskey A Go Go. I've heard of this place. I've never been there yet. Where is Whiskey A Go Go? Also, you're gonna call Jake. Yeah, damn right you're gonna call Jake from Sweetwater. My guy's Brian Gittins. Dude, I wonder how many salespeople they have at Sweetwater. West Hollywood? Okay. I feel like I should know that. I feel like I should know where that is, but I'll be straight up with you guys. I am so uncultured. I don't know. Like, you ask me if I know a movie or a band, I'm likely gonna say no. Same with venues and places. I'm just don't know. Anyway, let me get some boxes. We gotta keep the train rolling, but yeah, Jake from Sweetwater is gonna get your phone call. Yeah, there's these UPS is lying, dude. These are not 50 pounds. These are like 35, maybe. Probably with the packaging. Let's see. Do I even frame this up? It probably doesn't matter. You guys know what a box looks like. Let me get two. Okay. California, famous venue. Dude. Wait. Dude, are you saying do a Behringer wing full mixing video? Dude, thanks. Thanks for the studio love. What are we unboxing? We're unboxing the LD Systems. This is probably out of frame. See? It's important that it's in frame. We're unboxing the LD Systems Mon 12. Is this backward, by the way? Is this freaking mirrored on the selfie cam right now? Probably. Anyways, these are the Mon 12 G3s. They're the monitors from LD Systems. It's backward. Oh god. So you guys are seeing me like I see myself in the mirror. That's crazy. So are we trying to, is somebody asking me to do a Behringer wing mixing, like a mixing session? Is that what I'm hearing? Also costs, if you're wanting a quick sneak peek of the studio, let me know. I can most definitely take my phone and move it a little bit just for you. Okay. I'm gonna fall. One more. There's five. There's 5 more boxes to open. Actually 6 with the covers. So to answer somebody's question before about does it come with a cover, the answer is no. You have to buy the cover separately. Okay, this is probably dangerous. We're getting like really tall here. Okay, let me knock one of these down. Hold on. Not actually though. I feel like we're gonna. I feel like I should tip the FedEx guy because he had to like take all of these out of the truck. What are you unboxing? Did we just answer this? Okay, I'm probably just reading the same message. That's okay. Yeah, the cover is like $70, which kind of sucks. But it is a pretty nice cover. You can like, the thing that I like the most about the cover is that you can keep it on. And I'm not sure how I'm going to transport these yet. Like if I want to get a case or like, I don't know, cause like the van pack, if you've seen that video, is like pretty particular. It like I still have more room in the van, but I can't decide. I don't know. I doubt I could put another like trunk case, like, cause I've been debating on like getting a case for XLRs instead of using the duffel bags. Cause I feel like it's just not as professional. But also like the duffel bag works, and I can just like. It's so much lighter. I can just pick it up and put it up. Okay, hold up. I got some comments here. Ernest. Wait, hold on. I gotta go up further. Really want to know your opinion. Nice liner is heard of View Audio Technic. No, I've not heard of View Audio Technic. We can maybe look into that. I don't know if they're like a Chinese company or like a new company, but no, I've not heard of VUE Audio Technic. Yeah, Yeah, it's tough, especially on California. Like in California, that could be like an import thing. There's a lot of like Alibaba importers that are just buying Chinese stuff, which not to say the Chinese stuff's bad. Like I've never tried any of them, but just be wary. But do some research. Okay. Starting to learn Grandma 3. Dude, I started learning Grandma 3 like 4 months ago. And when I go into something, I go balls to the walls and I just send it and I get obsessed with it. That's just what I do. But I'm glad you're starting to learn MA3 because I heard today from another LD that was at the rave that was like, dude, you're 1 in 4 people out of a sample size of like 50 to 100 that he's talked to, like touring. And he's like, you're going to get so much work. And I was like, I don't even want lighting work necessarily. But he's like, you're one of the only people that I talked to that's actually excited about learning MA3. Good for you. And I was like, okay. And I've actually heard that from like 2 other people. And also I've heard that lighting people are short. Like it's harder, I guess, for tours to find lighting people, which is cool. Also, lighting people get paid the most on the tour. Fun fact. Usually. Maybe the TM. No, I doubt it. I doubt it. I bet the TM... Well, it depends on the tour, I guess. Okay, let's keep going. While I've got your attention, Ernest, I'm sorry if I'm missing chats already. I'm like kind of backed up. We're never gonna get these unboxed. This is cool though. Chatting with you guys live is kind of sick. Thank you for all the videos and content. Watching every girl while doing similar things on mine. Dude, that's sick. You know what's crazy? I never thought this channel would like do anything, and it's so cool to see it grow especially over the past like 2 years, as I've figured out how to like make videos and like not be super awkward on camera, even though I still can be. But it's cool. I appreciate the comments, dude. I appreciate that I'm inspiring other people like me that just like love this stuff. Just make a video on beginners of Grandma 3. I will make a video on Grandma 3 when I feel like I'm not a beginner anymore. Maybe that's now, I don't know. But I could just make one now too. I could just make like, I don't really know what I'd make because there's so many great creators making MA3 stuff. But let me know what you'd want to learn. Like, would you want to start from zero and just maybe get like a different mindset? Because there's like event lighting. There's a channel called Event Lighting. He's like I think he's German, maybe, or Swedish, or I'm not exactly sure. He's like definitely not in the States. Maybe he is in the States now. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. He's really good at teaching MA3 from the beginning. That's where I learned. And then I have my buddy Zach. If you've watched the Sheds videos on my channel, he's like genius. So he's been teaching me MA a lot, and then I've just been doing it and learning lighting stuff. But I could maybe do a video on like MA3. Like I learned maybe I'm already thinking like titles and thumbnails, right? Fucking YouTube brain, stupid. Anyway, maybe it could be like I as an audio guy, or like an audio guy learns MA3, or like MA3 from an audio guy perspective, or something like that. Maybe that could be the video, and then I can like maybe explain like my thought process and like what I want to do when I program lighting. Okay, you do a giveaway sometime. Maybe. I don't know what I'd give away. What would I give away? I'm not giving you one of these monitors, I'll tell you that. At least not yet. Maybe when we 10x the channel, I'll give away a monitor or something. That'd be crazy. We give away 7 monitors. We'll be like Mr. Beast, but Kai. Yes. MA3 once. Oh wow, there's a lot of MA3. What's up? Market Box Corporation. Talent Lee. All right, I feel like those are bots, but maybe not. Oh yeah, there's definitely some bots up in here now. Maybe not. Can you do giveaway? Maybe not. Market Box Corporation. Are you a bot? Maybe not. I'm so used to Twitch having bots come in. Maybe this is the same way. Excited to hopefully start doing shows on your kind of level soon. New fan, found your videos inspiring. That's sick. Langy Photography. Definitely. You gotta just get your feet wet, man. You just gotta get your feet wet. Or I'm sorry, maybe she. I don't know. Anyways, you just gotta get your feet wet. When I started this stuff, when I got with Kevin and Cahill, if you've seen the Cahill videos, I basically like I DM'd him on Facebook because he was like, I'm looking for engineers in this location, and I was like, hey, I'm a studio guy. I have no idea what I'm doing in live sound in terms of like big stuff. I've done a couple bar shows. Can I come and learn? And that was my in. And then I just showed up. He was super nice. And long story short, yeah, you just got to jump in. Even if you don't have the confidence, the only way you're gonna gain it is to try and start doing it. So I'm excited for you. Ernest says, sorry, now we're like, though. This is cool. I don't get to chat with you guys one-on-one, so that's okay. This is unboxing plus chat, so this is within the rules. Went to a road case with cables, made a huge difference. Yeah. Had to upgrade from the van. See, I don't want a box truck, at least not yet. I've driven a box truck a couple times. But yeah, it doesn't work for the HCL20s, my friend. I just need to get my hands on some. I can print brackets. Also here, let's check this out. You guys want a sneak peek? Not while we're talking about it. Might as well. Let me get you over here. This is the factory. Got some Bamboo Labs. And you know all my secrets, guys. This is all you're buying when you buy my brackets. You're just buying fucking plastic from this thing. But no, I do appreciate it when you guys buy these things, because I did take the time to design it, and I actually switched to this new material. Fun fact: this is PET carbon fiber. And this stuff is way stronger than the standard PETG, which is what most of this is. This doesn't have the glycol in it. Super nerd moment right now. There's PETG, so it doesn't have the G, which is glycol, which makes the PETG soft and more brittle. So, anyways, that's the print farm right there. We got 3 Bamboo Labs working away, making some brackets for somebody that ordered on my Etsy store. Pretty sick. There's the self plug. Okay, who else we got? What else we got? Yeah, so I just need to get my hands on an HCL20 and an HCL10 and design the brackets. I just don't have anybody around me that has them. Should try YME line array. I've never heard of them. German speaker company that still is a Chinese company. Speaker's really good. Sick hairstyle, bro. Thanks. Dude, I get mixed reviews on my hairstyle. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. If you think my hair is dumb, that's cool. But I get mixed reviews on it. I get people hate comments, and then I'll go to the gas station and be like, dude, I love your haircut. So it's whatever. Appreciate it. If you're being true, appreciate it. If you're not, that's okay too. All right. LD told me that too. Venue moves the Gram A2. You gotta get MA3. MA3. Everybody's trying to stick on MA2, I guess. Show me the hand handle. Fuck. This is not that kind of stream, bro. All right. Dude, the Wing Compact. Oh, this is Jake. This is the Sweetwater Jake. Okay, I'm way behind. Need more Wing videos. Yeah, I need to finish episode 3. Dude, the shed's lighting. It's all you need. Unless you're like big rental company and you're renting your shit out, use the China lights all you want, because nobody cares. The cover bands they'll be happy if the lights work and they're on and they make lights and they do fun things. Like, unless you're a venue, Unless you're a venue or a rental company, you don't need the big name lights, to be honest. Absolutely get them. They are better. Like the name brand lights are in fact better in many ways, but marginally if you're just a small operation like my size. I recommend be the first carry cable gaze when you're stuck with a car. Bags, duffel bags. Let me show you. Duffel bags. These are like, I have like 3 of these now, and they're super cheap. They're like 30 bucks on Amazon. It's just a military, tactical, whatever they call it, duffel bag, okay? And it's lightweight, it's not bulky, it's soft. So like, you can shove it in small places when it comes to packing your car. Because if you have hard cases, especially in a car where you're trying to put stuff in back seats, the corners will screw you over because you're trying to put like squares in like not square places because cars' back seats are like they have different angles and stuff. So like if this soft case is not 100% full, guess what? It does not take 100% of its volume. It will just squish down to the size of the cables that you're bringing. Hopefully that's making some sense. And these are cheap. I mean, like this zipper kind of broke recently, but like whatever. It was 30 bucks. You know what I mean? Like it's not a $300 cable trunk. This gets the job done, and it's black. Just buy a black one. Don't buy colored shit. All your stuff is black or dark gray or something. Like it just looks more professional. But yeah, also OGIO bags. If you've heard of the OGIO Rig 9800, Amazon, Google it, whatever. If you need a bigger bag and you need the biggest, strongest, bestest duffel bag, heavy duty rolling duffel bag ever made, it's the OGIO Rig 9800. Trust me, it's the best one. Flex stack packs would be cool. But again, if you're in a car, like even an SUV, like, and like if you think about it, like once again, I'm all about efficiency. And if you think about a Milwaukee Packout, a Flex stackable, DeWalt, drawers, whatever it is, right? If it's the drawers and it's like the stack, that stuff's cool. But think of how much volume you're losing for the drawer guide rails and the thickness of the enclosure and the drawer itself. Like if you go to your hardware store or whatever, next time you're at Home Depot, actually open one of those things up and look at it, because there's a lot of wasted space that you're giving up because you're choosing to put your stuff in like a 2-inch thick. At the end of the day, it's like 1 inch to 2 inches thick all around of just wasted plastic webbing and volume and parts. It's cool if you have the space, but if you're really trying to be stingy on your space, like duffel bags and just the most minimalistic hard cases for the stuff that really needs hard cases is your best bet. That's why with these monitors, which we need to keep unboxing here. Oh my god. We are chatting. Wing, plugins, live mixing, EQ compression. Okay, so it sounds like I need to do a wing mixing video. We can do that. You're a crack on the wing, like your videos. I appreciate it. Angel Juarez. Appreciate it, my friend. We can do a wing video. Doing Front House 7th Music Festival next weekend. Let's go! That's awesome. Okay, so you've already started. Just keep going. What's up, Angel? Sorry, how behind am I? I'm probably way behind. Wing live mixing. Yep, we're definitely doing a wing live mixing video. Actually, I have a video coming out. I just gotta edit it. It's probably not really like a how-to, but it's like I put the camera behind me while I'm mixing the show. Maybe I can do some commentary to like explain what I'm doing. It probably won't be the best for instructional, but it's another wing video. But I will sit down and make a video on, like, here's a session. I'm gonna put the multi-tracks in, and we'll spend like an hour. Well, it'll be a long video, but we'll spend an hour, and like I'll wipe everything except for like the channel names, and we'll mix the show. How about that? Does that sound good? It'll be a long one, long video. Wiring up drums, how many lines do you prepare? So my kit right behind me here is 6 lines because I'm stingy and I realize I'm playing in a small indie band and we're playing like maximum 500 cap rooms most of the time. So I do kick snare, 2 toms, and 2 like underhead cymbal mics, and that's it. No bottom, no snare bottom, no kick out, in out. Like that's overdoing it for what we're doing. And so I would say imagine the biggest drum kit, or like the average drum kit you're gonna mic. So if it's kick, snare, 3, maybe plan for 4 toms if you're doing metal bands ever, or like classic rock bands will have a lot of toms sometimes. So my drum loom, I think, is 10 channels, the one I just built. It's kick in, kick out, snare top, snare bottom. I know I'm just going against what I just said, but it's kick in, kick out, snare top, snare bottom, hat. Actually, no, I didn't do hat there like everyone else does. For me, I just do 2 cymbal mics because I like to just clamp the underheads, even like for most of my shows. I don't think I've ever done a show with my rig where I do a hat mic and overheads because I just don't need it. I just don't need it. So kick out, snare top, snare bottom, 4 toms, that's 8 channels, and then 2 cymbal mics. So that can be your overheads, that can be a hat ride, that could be 2 underheads, whatever, but that will get the job done 99% of the time, unless you're mixing for 5,000 people regularly. I don't think you need 3 cymbal mics. So I would just if you're gonna make a loom, just make one with 10 channels, or do kick 1, kick 2, label it however you want. But that way, most kits, you'll have a kick in out, and God forbid you have a double kick kit and you need 2 kick mics, you have 2 kick channels ready. And then I personally do prefer that snare bottom. And I won't always use it, but it depends, the show depends on the show. Hopefully that helps. Otherwise, just go with singles. But make like a 6 to 10 channel loom if you have enough cables, or just buy like a cheap pack of like Amazon Basics cables, or there's actually some better other ones I'd recommend that I just got. But anyway, just make a loom, label it up. It's not that expensive. Spend $100 to make a loom, and then use it for some shows and see if you like it. And if not, cut it apart. Now you have 10 more XLRs, Doesn't hurt to try it. Or make a minimal one. Make a 4-piece kit one. Make kick, snare, 2 toms, 2 cymbals, or like 2 kicks, 2 whatever. Make like a 8 channel or 6 channel, and then just add the 1 more cable if you have 3 toms. You know what I mean? Keep it minimal, because then I do agree that a big loom, you start to get a lot of tails, like on the drum side, they get tangled really fast. If you ever sell the S-tails, never. Only because I'm printing the stuff and selling the product, and I took the time to design it, and I didn't design it to sell the STLs. So no offense, but straight up, I probably will never sell the STLs. If you want to design your own, go for it. But I spent years learning AutoCAD and Autodesk 360. So it's like, if you want the thing, just buy it from me. Otherwise, make your own. Design your own. Sorry if that's not the answer you wanted. But I'd rather sell the thing for $50 than the STL for like $2. You know what I'm saying? And then now you can make them and sell them too, which wouldn't be cool, by the way, if you're gonna do that. But it's okay. I know how the world works. I've been in business selling products and have China copy me. It sucks. It happens though. Nothing is original anymore. TJ's. Okay. Yeah. Do a flip. I can't do a flip. How do you tie your cables? That's a good question, Tommy. Tying the cables. What do you think about Allen Heath CQ? The little. Are you talking about the rack unit? Is that the Q? Is the CQ model? I just saw one of those recently in person, and I was kind of meh on it. Wing better than the DM3. Definitely. Okay, the wing's definitely better than the X32. I will say. EQ sound better, like flat out, just the console sounds better. I just used an X32 today, and I was like, why can't I EQ? It's just because it sounds different, but I just like the EQ on the wing better, and the console and the processing just straight up sounds better in my opinion. You get more channels, more plugins, more everything on the wing, and it's like the same price, so just get the wing. And the DM3 I've never used, but the Yamaha, the build quality is definitely better on the DM3. The Wing has kind of meh build quality, if I'm going to be honest. Just sent you a DM on Instagram. Scion Gaming, I will check my Instagram. Not right this second, though. Kick, snare, top, bottom, hi-hat, tom, floor, tom, ride. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. I live by that, too. Kick, just one kick mic. You don't need two. I swear to God. I promise you, 100% of the time, and you can say that I'm wrong. Your company. But, sorry, I'm getting distracted reading more comments. Do you find a loom easier than a sub snake or a 6-foot, 100-foot XLI? Let me finish my thought on the kick mic. I'm going to use one of these fuckers. Hold on, let me pull it out of my kick drum. I'm going to use one of these all day long. And that's it. That's it. Or a D6. I don't have a D6 though, but if I, like at the venue I work at, we have D6s. We got these two. But if the band has a D6, I'll use that. But this right here is all you need. If you can't get enough low end out of this, it either means you're cutting low ends for some reason on a kick drum. I mean, yes, I actually have to cut low end on the kick drum on this. I'll pull 60 hertz, 50 hertz, 40 hertz, 100, whatever's ugly. I will pull that out of this mic because this has enough low end. If you have enough subs in your rig and you're not a chicken when it comes to the gain and like your setup and your drums, like this has enough low end and I never need a kick out mic. I've never come in a situation where I'm like, damn, I wish I had a kick out mic right now. My kick drum cannot, like, doesn't have enough low end and there's not anything I can do about it. I've never had an issue. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I will use one kick mic all day long. Bet on it. Okay, let's see. Where do we buy? What are we buying? Oh, yeah, if you guys want to buy my stuff, the links are... I actually don't know where the links are. That's a good question. Redshedrecords.com is where the store is. Redshedrecords.com or .net. I think I own both of them. 414 hi-hat sounding, yeah, 414 is nice and bright. That'll sound pretty crispy. Okay, I'm ties. Beta 91, yep. Beta 91. Okay, we're at the bottom. Isn't the kick out for the resonance? Yeah, but you get enough resonance because you put this mic. Let me just show you. Okay? We're dropping knowledge on this live. Let me switch the camera around. Here's my kit. Look at this beautiful DW design. Okay. Here's what you do. You put this thing. By the way, if you have a band that has like 1,000 grandma's pillows up in here, like move them around. It sucks. It sucks when there's too many pillows and you can't do anything about it. But I put this mic right here, just like everyone else. I try not to put it too far in. I think that's the secret too. If you put it too far in, then you don't get enough of this head doing this. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but you hear that resonance. This kind of, I honestly want to change this head into something different. Because this one is really old. It's painted. I don't think it resonates like it should. And it's, I don't know. I just can't get this kick to resonate in the studio. I'm going to, big correction here, in the studio. That's why I have this one on. Because I'm in the studio. But just for a little more like, and this isn't even necessarily for the more low end. It's for more of the, like the farther away kick drum sound, if that makes sense. Like the sound you hear in a live room or in a live far away from the kick. And I you know, sometimes I'll put this out here. I'll have a center room mic behind, but basically, yeah, just don't put it all the way in. But that's all it is. I know this wasn't really groundbreaking actually right now, but that's it. That's all I do. Is just throw the 91 in there and gain it up, cut 200, 150, something like that. Big old dip at 200, 150. Maybe a little bit of 700 because that mic can be a little pokey or a little like nosy. And if you need more, if it's a metal band, you know, crank that 5K, crank that 8K, and send it. There's the 91. There's the 91 knowledge for you. We're gonna flip this around so we don't have to look at wrap space. Put the grill in the middle of the kick. That'll work. That's the thing with live sound is like, it's like, it 100% matters where you put the mic, but it also doesn't matter because, like, I don't know, you kind of just got to make it work. Like, you can't spend all day jumping up and down the stage and, like, tweaking your mic placement, although it's very important. But, VTX JBLs. Okay, so the Vertex are not mine. They're actually Kevin's. They're big and heavy and older. I think they're 4888s or 4088s. I can't remember the number. Those are actually Kevin's, and those sound pretty good. They're a little spicy at 10K, like they have a really bright sibilance, but I honestly wouldn't go for those unless you're getting them for free. Like if you're gonna get the system for like next to nothing, I would maybe think about that. But even so, it's like heavy unless you have a crew working with you, because you need a crew to set those up because they're heavy and big and they're just not. They sound great. They sound pretty good. They're definitely an older box though. Holy crap, guys! We made it. We unboxed one monitor after 41 minutes of this stream. But yeah, I have the RCF HDL6s, which I even question those sometimes. But it's not like I can just go buy another line array tomorrow. So yeah, JBLs. I've also heard like from Jeff, my buddy, he's like always, he's like I always cut like 400 or what does he say, like 800 and 4K or some, I don't know. He throws out these numbers like every JBL speaker has this number. Just want something passive. RCFs are powered. Okay, go. RCF makes a passive version of their line array if you're really wanting RCFs. What else? Let's get this down here. Look at this. Let's get up in the action here. You guys are mounted to a mic stand, by the way. Yeah, otherwise, D and B, right? D and B. There's DB Technologies and there's D and B, right? Am I thinking about that right? They sound great. They're probably really expensive though. Or pretty sure JBL has. I'll be honest, like JBLs sound great. I would not go wrong with JBLs. Active or passive. I've heard the new 900 series stuff, and it's really good. It sounds great. Like almost anything that's name brand nowadays sounds really good. It's literally just a preference. Yep, QSC is spicy in the high end. Totally would understand that. But much easier to correct. Okay. For those JBLs, Ernest, are you talking about what model? I'm curious. Is it new stuff or is it older stuff? Or like, yeah, I guess what is it? Yeah. The VRXs, are those they're clearly not the VTXs, VRXs. Is that the curve one? The one that the constant curvatures? I've never mixed on those. Point source array splitter. Oh. Like, is it the constant curvature one? Actually, no, I lied. I did mix on those. I think the ones that like constantly curve, the JBLs. It has the one horn, woofer, and then the horn on the like one side. I'm pretty sure I mixed on those when I toured with a Lumishade. K12s are very bright. That's gonna sound like that guy, which is totally behind the boxes now. The EV, the K12s are beefier though. I'm really curious what these VRX are. I'd have to look it up. Somebody send a link in the chat for the VRX you're talking about so I can look at it, or I'll just look it up. I guess it doesn't matter. Unless that's, is that what you're talking about? The ones that are like constant curvature, one driver, one horn? Is that the VRX, or is it a point source like trap box? D&B is amazing. Yep. Amps alone. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. VRX 932s. All right, I'm looking it up. I can't even get to my computer. There's monitors in the way. Hold up. 932. Let me check it out. VRX 932. Okay, yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mixed on those at... Oh my god, it's called the Gothic? No, that's the one in Denver. Where's the one in Philly? Or Pittsburgh. There's a venue in Pittsburgh that's an old church, and I can't remember the name of it. But they have... I'm pretty sure that's what they had. But the audio like manager there was like super tuned in with like smart and like his time alignment, and it was like probably my first or second favorite rig on the tour. Granted, I was only on for 5 days, but that and the room. They had the room treated really well, and it was this big tall church, but they had clouds and all this treatment, and it was incredible. And we recorded the mix off the board that night, and the way the mix translated from like the rig to the USB stick was really good. Like you guys know, like when you record and then you listen back and everything sounds like way off, like balance wise or a little bit off. Maybe I suck. I don't know. It's like dry, and it's like thin and small, and you're like, damn, that sounded way better in person. But this was almost like a copycat replica. Like we plugged it in to the videographer's laptop, synced it to the video, played it back, and it sounded like we were listening to the freaking record. It was so good. And that's, I think, because the room was tuned and the PA was great, and like my mix, I was able to mix more accurately to like true, like what the true flat. Oh, does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. K12s, yep, I used K12s in a couple weeks ago too. 1K, yeah. It all depends. It all depends on the environment too. Like if you're indoors, those are gonna sound a different way than if you're outdoors. I had some outdoors. I'm trying to remember the cuts I made. I didn't make too many. I think there was like one at like 3 or 4K, just a little bit. Maybe there was one up there at like 10, 12. Probably not though, because we were outdoors and it was a real small. Thoughts on Bass Boss? I have no thoughts because I've never used them. I don't know. Is it more? Maybe it's more tailored to like EDM stuff. Are those giant like trap horn, folded horn trap things? Like the big, what do they call those? There's a nickname they use. I don't know. No thoughts. Look at this monitor though. That's what we're here for. We're here for this monitor. Hold on, can I get this any more adjusted? How are we looking? Is this in frame enough? Are we close enough? Hopefully we're fine. Look at this monitor. The finish is like that nice, textured. It's a real wood cabinet, little heatsink on the back. Look at this. You guys stuck around for 49 minutes to see this. That's kind of sick. That's what we're working with. Power con in and out, 2 inputs, 2 outputs, some DSP. Look at those curves. You got built-in curves. There's also a notch filter, so if there's like one frequency that you don't like on these, you can take that one frequency down in the DSP, which I think are going to be, I don't know if they're FIR filters or not, but if you know anything about EQ and FIR or IIR filters, FIR filters in the DSP of your speakers are always going to be more accurate and more phase coherent than IIR filters. That's a whole topic in itself. But yeah, those curves, the presets, basically all that to say, use the presets on your speakers first before you tune your system. Like, if you can get closer, you're not going to maybe get the final result, but get closer to what you want using your DSP, because a lot of times they're FIR filters, which is like, I actually don't know what it stands for, I'm gonna be honest. But it's basically like, it adds delay to the signal, but in reward, it like keeps your signal phase coherent, because if you know anything about EQ, you literally are like shifting the phase to remove frequencies, but it like fucks up the frequencies next to them. So yeah, basically use the DSP in the speaker. So this has some DSP, which is cool. They're not super heavy. Yeah, I may just be really freaking strong. They're not bad. Like, you can definitely one-hand these. Like, see, you can definitely one-hand these monitors. They're not bad. They're allegedly 32 pounds, but the fact that they're smaller than the EV speaker I showed earlier, the 12-inch like QSC sized, I will 100% rather pick this up than a QSC K12, because this, let me gauge it. I bet it's the same weight, to be honest, but it's smaller. So the handles being on the sides like this is really nice. And if you want to get that weight, like, you know, we're always like trying to lift carefully, right, guys? We're lifting with our back, right? No, I'm just kidding. Basically, like, you want to center gravity the weight. So this is really nice because you can just kind of bring it up to your chest and carry it. It's just really, look at that. We're nerding out about carrying freaking stage monitors and it being comfortable. What am I doing? It's 1 a.m. right now. Yeah, so these guys are $670 on Sweetwater, and they're cheaper if you call your Sweetwater rep. I promise. I got these for a lot less than that because I bought a bunch of them. But yeah, $670 without the cover. The cover is $70. Let me show you the cover. Let me unbox the cover. We should unbox the rest of these too. So the side fills question. Yes, they're not gonna be your like actual side fill Texas headphones. Like, you know, you want a bigger trap box for that probably, or a couple like small, like two RCF or two like small line array boxes on top of a dual 18 or something, like for true side fills. But this does have a pull mount, if you see in this. The downside is then your connectors are on top. So if you pull mount it like this, because this is also like a 100-degree horn if you put it this way. So it's a narrow pattern the other way. It's like 40 or 60 or something. And then, but it's 100 this way, I think, or 90. It's at least 90. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's 100. So it's got a nice dispersion, but then your plugs are on top. So your cables would like come out of the top. That's the only weird part. So if you're putting this up on a pole, it's gonna be a little awkward. Okay, let me make some space behind us because I need to like start setting these down somewhere, because I have 5 of them and the goal is to get them all out of the boxes and bagged up so I can put them away somewhere. That's the goal. What time is it? It's late. It is 1:40, just about. Also, I'm excited to show you guys the cabling I made for these. Yeah, that is the weird part. So yeah, the cabling on the top would be weird. But that's because they're not, like, their first purpose is a wedge, right? Their first purpose is a wedge, so they're obviously going to design the speaker. They're going to design the product for what they initially intended it, you know, first. And then it's a bonus. Think of it like that. It's a bonus that you can use it as a pull speaker when you need more. Because that is kind of nice. Because they do sound really good. Once again, this is a wood cabinet, so it all day long sounds better than this one. Show you this guy again. The speakers we're looking at with the mod, like, you know, look how much bigger this is too. Let's do a size comparison. This is the content that the people want to see, right? We have the size comparison of the LB systems. Granted, this is like not front facing because the box isn't big enough. Look how much shorter that is. It's like we removed the horn because the horn is now. Okay, I'm doing this wrong. It's this. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again, and then Velcro it. There we go. So yeah, we like took the horn out of the equation because the horn's built in to the tweeter. Okay, let's see if I can do this without dropping the speaker. Because I don't want to drop my speaker, if I can help it. It's kind of a weird... We're a little wider. We're a little wider. I see we're out of frame, that's okay. Could you make a video? Live sound etiquette. Yeah, I could do that. This is actually a lot of video requests, which is awesome, actually, that everybody's been dropping video ideas, because sometimes I don't know what to make videos on, and the best way to learn, or like to get insights on that is apparently it's talking to you guys, and like, literally you guys are telling me what you want to see, which is super sick. So I'm gonna go back through this and make a list of all the stuff that you guys have suggested. And my winter project, because winter is usually the slow season, I'm gonna be making a lot of content. I think that's my plan. Because I think there's a lot of content that I want to make and that I think would be helpful. And you guys just keep giving me suggestions, which is awesome. Because that means it seems like I'm helping people out enough to want to, like, you know, you guys want to see more and hear more stuff from me, which is really cool. So I'm gonna take notes. I will, I promise. I'm gonna take notes and make as many videos as I possibly can from your requests. Because I'm here, to be honest, I'm here because YouTube has helped me so much. And this is like kind of a cool outlet. I like teaching. That's one thing I found out in my life, is I like teaching. And YouTube kind of gives me that platform. And I also have really bad ADHD and ADD. So, and also I just have so many random interests and like so many things to do, so like I can't be a full-time teacher. And this kind of gives me like a flexible outlet to like share knowledge with people and teach. And let's see. Top 3 subs based on power ratings. Okay, top 3 subs would be DB Technologies VO 218s. I don't know what the exact model number is, but they're probably like SB 218s or something. We have a bunch of those at the rave. We just bought like two new systems. We have 20 of those in the Eagles Ballroom and 6 of them in the rave. And my sub matrix in the rave, in the 6 quantity room, which is a 1500 cap room or 1600 cap room, my sub matrix is at -10 most of the time in comparison to the left right, because the subs are fucking monsters. The VO Dual 18s from DB Technologies are monsters. If you're looking for 18-inch subs. My RCF 9006s are the same, basically the same cabinet, and they're literally next door. Like RCF and DB Technologies are sister companies, so it's like the same cabinet, the same drivers, because I'm fairly certain DB Technologies uses RCF drivers, and they're just different amps. And yes, Ernest is 100% right. Class D amps are so efficient. I have run, let me get them with 6 of my HDL6 boxes and at least 1 sub, all on 1 circuit, and a lighting rig. And a lighting rig on 1 Edison cable, like in a bar. I've plugged 1 Edison cable into the wall and ran 6 Sheds moving wash lights, at least 4 par cans, like LED pars, 6 line array speakers, and a giant dual 18 sub off of 1 cable. So, if that says anything about anything, maybe my guts for the trust in the electrical system of that bar. But yeah. And then number 3 would be, for the subs, would be I don't know, D&B subs at the other venue I work at. Those are pretty cool. Probably really expensive. You need amps for those. I don't really love JBL subs, to be honest. They're a little thumpy, a little woofy to me. But I like subs that are like really clean and deep, and not that like fluffy 80s rock sound, like 70s rock sound. I think JBLs do that very well. And then there's something called the SV30, I think it's S30VN or something, S30 from DB Technologies. It's their like it's like a different line, and they're really cheap. I say cheap, they're still like $4,000 or whatever from a dealer, 3.5, but they were very impressive. I was ABCing those and the RCFs. The only reason I chose the RCFs, albeit they were almost double the price, was because they just went a little lower and they seemed flatter. The SV30Ns or whatever they're called, are like they just had that fluffy woolly, like they almost had like a harmonic built in, and I didn't like that. I didn't want that classic rock like bar sub sound. They punched, they hit, they were still deep, and they were fantastic. Great for rock, great for country. But I just wanted something flatter so I could cover more genres in my head. That's how that worked in my head, I guess. Dynacore Cobra line arrays. I've never mixed on one. Listen, guys, I'm really fucking new to this. To be honest with you, I am less than 5 years into pro audio, so I don't have a lot of experience with a lot of things. I'll admit it. So I just don't know. But I don't think I've ran into those, and if I did, I wouldn't know it, I guess. Whole system of a battery unit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god. I've been wanting to get like a Milwaukee, like one of those big power bank things, because I feel like it would be cool, like in those situations, to just have and be able to plug in like a very small PA or something and run it for a show, for like a wedding. I don't really do any weddings, I guess, but I feel like that's where that could come in handy. Full 10-piece, yeah, exactly. 10-piece wedding band. Yep. Yeah, no, it's crazy. The other thing is you guys could get yourself like an amp plug or whatever. Look at these things. Look at that. Rubber feet on that, and rubber feet on the side. Not the top though, or not this side. These are killer little wedges. My other option for wedges, by the way, since that's like the original topic of all this, was the RCF NX, I think they're NX 12s, if I remember right. And I didn't go with those because they're too damn expensive. I'll be honest. I'm just not in the budget. I was hardly in the budget to buy these to buy new wedges right now anyways. But I have a couple more shows with my rig this year. And I felt the only thing lacking in my audio department now is my wedges and the quality of my wedges and the consistency, because I only have 3 of those EV speakers, and then I have like 2 15-inch Mackies, and there's like the mix and match thing. So I was like, if I just had smaller wedges, if I just had better sounding wedges, because these wedges I actually just did a show. There's a short on it out, I think, on the channel if you want to peep it, but it was a 25-piece band, and they needed 10 monitor mixes, and I only have 5 wedges, so I had to borrow some of Kevin's. And then James, the other guy I was working with, brought a couple things. So we had 4 different freaking wedges up there, like different models, I'm saying. 4 different ones, so it just wasn't a consistent experience for the monitor engineer, which was James, and then also a consistent experience for the band, because there's different tonalities coming around the stage. Not that it really mattered, I guess. Like, the show was fine and everybody was really happy with the monitors. But it's just one of those things that, like, it's like you buy things of the same brand because you like it, because it's a match. And, like, I know that's funny because these aren't RCFs, and I would have got the RCFs, but long-winded, a little bit long-winded. But yeah, it's basically like, I just wanted matching monitors. I didn't really care what brand they were. I was looking at the Turbo Sounds. Saw these and it was like, they look nice. They look really nice. There's a good case for them. If I don't have like if I get a case for these and I'm able to put them in like padded, separated places to like preserve the nice finish they have as long as possible, maybe I'll run them without the cases. But for now, I'm gonna run them with the soft cases, because I might be stacking these in the van on top of the subs. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a case for these yet. And nor do I really want to like have a case for these, because that would just be really bulky. But I do know 4 of these will fit in my case that is actually meant for my RCF HDL6s. I have one of those Pro X cases that holds 4 line array speakers, like 2 and 2. And this is, I did the measurements and put one of these in there, and 4 of these will fit in that box. So if I want to put 4 of them in a rolling case, I can. But anyways, I was saying that, I would have got the RCFs, man. I've used them. Joe has them. My buddy Joe from Gem Productions, he's got them. I've used them from him. They sound pretty good. They're not as... They still have their own little runaway frequencies. These sounded like flatter and smoother. I bought 5, and I already had one, so I have 6. Okay, Tommy, I have 6 monitors. I swear. Don't tell my mom. Okay, no, it's like, yeah, I have 6. I promise. I promise there's not 2 more in the back room. I was gonna buy 4, and I was like, okay, if I have 3 downstage and 1 for the drummer, what happens when there's a keyboard player? Or what happens when Kale's with me and he wants a Q wedge, because Kale loves his Q wedge. Kale loves a Q wedge. I don't blame him. I like having a Q wedge too. If you have a big enough stage where you can like mix from the side. But all that to say, I'm like, okay, I could buy 4 and then like wish I had 1 more or 2 more on a gig and then be like, fuck. Or I can just buy 6. We can just buy 6 of them. And then we'll have 6 of them. Then I can link, 2 in the front or whatever. I can have like 2 for the center, have 4 up front total or something. 1 for the drummer and a Q wedge, or like 3 up front, 4 up front, 1 for a keyboard player, 1 for the drummer, whatever. It just gives me a couple more. Unboxing for, I know. They're 12-inch. A 12-inch Buzz Sex. Wow, that's a great fucking YouTube name. 6 to 8-inch for a monitor. I disagree. That's the best. I disagree. Studio tour. Yes, studio tour can happen. Did I bring my coffee in? Hold up. I might have to get a beverage. Let's all right, we'll do the studio tour. It's really messy, by the way. Like, look at these boxes everywhere. All right, here's the studio tour. I was meaning to make like a full studio, like an actual, YouTube studio tour. All right, let's start from the front. This is the front door. Okay, welcome to the front door. You walk in. Here's the lounge. It's kind of a mess. Usually it's vibier. The lamps are on. This lamp's off, right? This is like more of a vibe. You can see how this would be a vibe, right? Like when there's not all this stuff in here and the table's there. There's like a couch, coffee table. There's a little kitchenette over here, which again is currently just junk. But yeah, you got coffee, right? Everybody needs a coffee once in a while. Toaster, pizza oven, microwave. It's kind of like the commodities section. We got the fridge with all the stickers. I've ordered a few things from Sweetwater, by the way. Yeah. So that's the fridge. And these are the lighting carts, if you guys seen those in the videos. And yeah, this is kind of the lounge. And it's a shed, it's dirty. It's got bugs all over the place and dirt, and I have mice in here once in a while, which really sucks. I see beer, yes. So this is the loot, my friends. This is the loot from the fairs. This was all free. Whether they know it was free or not. That's festival season perks right there. And there was a lot more than that. And there is a lot more. There's a lot more. Okay, so here's the storage room, workroom. Let's see. It's mostly all in here right now. It's a little messy. I've been building cables. I've been doing stuff. You know how it goes. A messy space is a busy space, or something like that, right? I just installed another hook over here. These are all the cables I just built for the new wedges. Nice looms. We got power and signal all in one. I got 50 footers and 35 footers, and then a couple 10-foot jumps. I still got to put the ends on some of them, as you can see. And all the cables that just came with those wedges, I'm going to steal the PowerCon ends and put them on the other end of these. Let's see. This one's done. Yeah, there's another one in here. There's another one in here I got to put on. There's a bunch of them. So yeah, this is like, we got PA looms. So that's for the arrays. There's the RCFs right there. The other 2 are still at Joe's. I have 10 of them now, which is sick. But there's 8 of them right there. PA looms. These are my power, my feeder. Not that I have the actual feeder, but this is my feeder because that's as big as I go. Is just single phase, 2 circuits. So that's my feeder. I have 125 feet. There's 250s of this nice stuff that I built myself, and then there's this random one I bought just to have a 25-footer. Monitor looms. So yeah, PA looms, power, monitor looms. We have Edison power, like 100 footers and 50 footers, just single Edisons. There's more monitor looms for those wedges or those PA speakers. There's like IEC and XLR in one. So I have 35 footers and 50 footers. So those are really convenient. And that's just extra stuff. There's like a Speakon in there and just some blue extension cords before I knew that black was cool. Let's see. There's the Mackies. Look at these bad boys. Mackie Thumps. The old school ones. They kind of rip, to be honest. I've mixed some shows on these, mixed plenty of monitors on them. They do the job. We got Edison Power. Looms and snakes. Here's the loom. I don't know if dude was still in here. I honestly can't remember who was asking about the drum snake. I did a video on this, except I didn't post it yet. I have to edit it still. I could still post it, but this is... Yeah, this is 10 channels, labeled on both sides. It's all just Amazon cables. Yep, 25 feet. So if I'm on a small stage, I can hit my stage box directly from the drum kit. You know, the drum kit's like not too far away. And then, yeah, if I'm on a bigger stage, we can still get to a snake somewhere if I need to. Most of this stuff's on the carts right now, but these are like the Siamese lighting cables, the same as those, except backwards, because DMX is backwards, so. And then more DMX lighting stuff. Ugh, yucky. Ew. Yeah, this is like the workbench, right? This is where I can solder and label stuff. Yeah, it's a mess. Sorry, guys. This is what you get for the 2 a.m. tour. It's a mess. That's all the tools. I'm a Milwaukee man. Hate to admit it. Actually, love to admit it. Milwaukee's sick. DeWalt's good too. They're all good, right? Let's be honest. They're all awesome at this point in technology. If you buy a power drill, it's gonna drill through concrete, no matter what. So yeah, that's the workroom. Subs. Look at that. Look at these babies. Oh, there's the box down there for the liner is. It holds 4 of them. This is the rack. We're not going to open that right now because that's going to be another hour if we open that. Okay, let's go to the studio part. Here's the studio part. We have the influencer light right there. And, oh, look, this lamp's off. This is Andrew's corner. So, guys, if you don't know, I'm in a band. Here's the pitch, right? Here's the pitch. I'm in a band. It's called Secret Menu. Currently, this is a lot of the band stuff in here, okay? So this is Andrew's corner. He's a guitar player. He's friggin' awesome at guitar. Like, he literally can play Polyphia. It's crazy. So, some guitars here. We got... That's my first guitar ever for my grandma's house. And it's a Pencrest. The thing's missing frickin' tuners and... But it still plays. It still plays. Probably was like $100 at the most at the time, or less. But I got it for free because it was at my grandma's house. So then we got acoustic. I think that's Matt's. No, this is Andrew's cheap acoustic, and then that's my nice Martin. That's my nice Martin right there. Raph put a hole in it one day. Raph put a hole in my guitar one day, and he had to go fix it. We were carrying a PV, one of those big PV 215s with the metal corners, like you know how they put the metal corners on this stuff, and he just bumped into it, and it put a hole in the guitar. It's a composite body. Look at the neck on this though. It's a sick neck. But these are Andrew's guitars, Fender, and I think they're both Fenders. He's got a Jaguar and a Strat, I think. Yeah. That's Andrew's corner. Andrew's digestive health. Oh, so these guys are so funny, I tell you. Andrew's got a peanut allergy. Raph's got a freaking, he's vegan, so like you can't eat anything. Why build? Yeah, loom snake. I mean, Really, it comes down to like digital stage boxes are cool, but then you gotta power them. You know what I'm saying? I literally was looking at them because of this last gig that I did where I had 40 inputs. I was like, do I really want to have to power one more thing on the stage? Like, and then that's one more freaking IEC cable to come out mid performance and screw your whole show because you have a powered freaking stage box. I would go analog as much as you can. Here's the kit, by the way. We're set up for recording. This is a long studio tour. Maybe not. Maybe it's not too long. That's what I was typing. Nice. I'm glad I could help. I'm glad we're on the same page, actually. You know what? That's the better point. We're on the same page about the analog thing, maybe. Is that what we were talking about? On the same page? Hopefully. Hub 4 Pro with some DL8. I don't know what that is. Oh, we got best buds in the chat right now. Let's go. All right, guys. So this is the drum kit right now. It's mic'd up to record because we're gonna be doing some recording. So that's kind of sick. We're trying to put out. We just put out a song actually on Monday. We're trying to put out one in another month or so, month and a half. So everything's mic'd up. We got my current favorite snare top mic, which is the what is it? The V Beat. Yeah, I use this in live a lot because with the little clip here. Yep, that's the combo. I really want to try one of those Lauten mics too, the snare mic. But yeah, I'm recording with these. I know I'm crazy. I got these fake Earthworks mics. I'm gonna be straight. I'm honest right here, guys. This is 2 a.m. We're revealing all the secrets. These were like some China ones that somebody sent me, basically. They were like Earthworks copies. They're alright. Right now they're just 2 extra condensers, like 2 extra small diaphragms, but I'm not gonna make a video on them because like I'm not here about to like be like yeah, fake Earthworks. Go Alibaba some D20s or whatever they're called. Whatever these mics are called, the SR25s or the Earthworks drum microphones. Dude, crazy. It is crazy how much shit is copied in China. And these are aluminum. The reason why I know they're fake is because A, they weren't from Earthworks, and B, they're light. They weigh nothing. They're like aluminum and not stainless. But they sound okay. I don't know what the real ones sound like, so I have no idea if they're good. Look, these came with them too, right? These are like the Earthworks, but they're not. They're like super long and like bulky looking. I don't know. The new ones are not. Like the actual Earthworks are only like half this long. Yeah, this is total fake. Total fake. But there's a reason they're on the floor, not on the drums. Moving head spots. I do. I have 2 of them. I want to get some more. Shed sent me 2. There's a video on the channel. Probably the same as yeah, probably. But they're just a spot mics right now. You know, little rye, little hi-hat. They're just like backup. You know, if I don't have enough in the overheads. These are real. These are AKGs. They're not 414s. They're 214s, but. I just asked him. I was like, I felt like I was at a good point in the YouTube channel, and I was like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, and like this was like right after Phoenix Pro started sending me stuff, and I was like, if Phoenix Pro's sending me stuff, I bet you that Sheds would send me stuff. So I literally just sent him a message. So here's the cable world. So all the XLRs here, some headphone extensions. There's like clips and mounts. Once again, this is a mess. I'm sorry, guys. This is like not even a good. I'm glad this is not going to be like the real studio tour because this is. I recently moved. Okay, this is my excuse. So all this 3D printing crap wasn't here before. So now it's here and it's just in my way. But That's okay. That's why we're unboxing these, so I can get this mess cleaned up. All right, here's the fun side. Here's the fun side. Yeah, look at this. This was a few years in the making, friends. This is my outboard for in the front end. So I got Cappy pre's, I got some SSL. These EQs sound freaking awesome. The Tridents. I tried the Midas version, like the Midas EQs, and they're kind of garbage, to be honest. These are pretty good though. For 200 bucks, these are good. Chargeable lighting gear. Yeah, that could be cool. Any plan to try the new Behringer units? Oh, for analog stuff, right? Is that what you're referencing? Because they started coming out with all sorts of like analog stuff. Maybe in the winter, because I don't really do a ton of studio stuff in general anymore, but also just like in the summer. Dude, yeah, these are real too. These are like legit X's, not A's. These are the old ones. Yeah, they're great. Actually, this one's broken. This one like distorts all the hell. So if I want like a fun distortion-y thing, I'll put this in, but usually I'm just using the one. These are great. Plugins are cool too. Plugins for reverbs and stuff are just like, there's no point in using these, to be honest, probably, but I bought them and I started using them and I haven't stopped using them, so I'm using them. I paid money for it. I'm using it. But compression, however, I don't know. I'm still on team analog for compression. Digital stuff's really good, but like 5 to 10% better if it's one of these, like in real life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping, but this thing doesn't work either. This thing actually, I bought this Guitar Center for like 30 bucks or something, I don't even know. And this thing is not, it doesn't work. It like distorts way too early. Something's wrong. I think I gotta recap it or something. I gotta pull it apart and look at it. But it just hasn't been on my list. M1. M1. What's an M1? What am I looking at here that's M1? They do color the sound. The X32 like plugin that they have on the X32 and there were the M32, I use that a lot. Of the fake, you know, the fake. Oh, the TCM1. I don't have TCM1s. This is TCD2s. I don't know what M1s are. Justin, the live stream was literally on a whim. I was getting hype watching some like YouTube stuff, and I'm just like, I should just listen to these people and go live. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go live. So you know what? I don't know. I'll try to do this again. I think this is the strategy. Is that anytime I have something like this to do, where I can like, I'm just like doing busy work, I just need to like pull out the phone and go live with you guys, because I think this is pretty cool. I'm enjoying this a lot, just chatting with you guys and answering questions. And I think I'm gonna do this more. It's just like whenever I get packages to open or new gear, it could be cool to just open it on live stream and like talk about stuff. We'll do it live. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, let's finish up. Love the music you have in the background. Good. I was a little on the fence about background music, and I was like, all right, I'll just put on some royalty-free lo-fi. And I feel like it's a little better than just silence, especially if I'm doing something and I'm not talking. It's not complete silent and awkward, because I feel like if I was the viewer, I would just want to leave. So, it's all part of the tactics. This I built myself, by the way, if anybody has been curious. If not, that's fine too. But this is 100%, like I designed the circuit boards in AutoCAD. I'm freaking proud of myself. I learned how to design an audio circuit. I bought the book, the small circuit design book, the green book on Amazon, and I freaking learned how to do circuits, and I designed a circuit off of an API line amplifier, and this is literally just a more knob. It's just more. It's gain. That's it. There's no output, no nothing fancy, no EQs, whatever. This is a handmade, hand soldered, hand wired. Boards came from China. I bought all the components. Half of this stuff's Amazon meters and like crap, but like the good stuff on the inside is the capacitors, and all the stuff is all good, and anything that doesn't need to be good is cheap. It is an API. It's basically a clone slash like hot take on like an API line amplifier. So I have it patched, hard patched before this bus compressor, and all it's doing is adding gain, because I have learned I hit my output converters on my Apollo too hard, and then they don't sound good because I'm mixing in the box and then hybrid, and like I'm just sending my master bus out the main. So like if I'm even anywhere near clipping, I won't even say I'm clipping, like if I'm just hot, like I'm just driving guitars really hot, like the output converters break up way too easily on this thing, in my opinion. But it's probably just my fault. But I was like, how can I juice up the signal more so I can mix out of my converters at a lower level? And so it's a color box too, because it's got some big transformers in it, or some cappy transformers, actually, the Litz wire ones. And yeah, it's got a couple of like, oh my god, what are they called? Op amps, some discrete op amps in it, and it's also got some big capacitors, which I actually think I should go smaller on the capacitors, because I think I'm rolling off my high end a little bit with this guy. But I digress. Yeah, it's a color box. It's a big amplification color box, and it sounds really big. It makes everything sound bigger, which is exactly what I wanted it to. I wanted basically, here was the goal, was that center section of an API console without everything else around it, like literally just the two bus, like the sound of what the API two bus is, but nothing else, like no 48 volts, no mic pre, nothing, like just the line signal and the circuit design of the API, like summing bus, which is not, this doesn't even sum. It's a 2-channel in on 2-channel out. Like, it's just the circuit design of an API line amplifier, and I wanted that punch and that aggressive sound, that big sound, and I think I achieved it. It's pretty sick. If you listen to any of the Secret Menu recordings, this is on it, 100%. Spotify, Secret Menu, the band. Secret Menu, actually it's just Secret Menu on Spotify, I'm sorry. Self-plug, Secret Menu, that's the band. I'm on the drums all day long. So yeah, the Apollo 8X8P, yep, that's it. 8 preamps, that was my first real super good audio interface after the Scarletts, and I just kept it. I love the UAD workflow. It's stupid expensive, but I just haven't had the chance to get away from it. So should I remove my BBE and run amps to the crossover to the console? Sure. I don't know, try it. Amps crossover into the console. Yeah, you don't even need the crossover, dude. Like, you can, but just do it on the console. I don't know, the crossover is handy, I guess, for the cabling sake. But I got rid of my DVX processor because, yeah, I just didn't need it. I should do that. However, it's a lot more energetic and crazy, and like, this music is better for this situation, I think. Okay, here's the desk. If you've been
yeah, I want to say if you've been following for a long time, but I haven't even been posting a lot with the old desk. But this desk used to be a lot bigger. It used to have, like, that's where this came from, was like, it was half of the desk, and I took the other piece out, and like, I reconfigured this whole room a lot recently. Oh, I gotta plug my phone in if we want to keep going. Is there a way you can get rid of the yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna learn how to use your matrices on your console, and you're gonna send your or an aux, like a subs on aux, and you're gonna send your subs to an aux or a matrix, and you're gonna do your low cut, your high cut, your low pass on that EQ, and then you're gonna send your mains out of a matrix, or the main left right if you're not sending that to a matrix to your subs, and you're gonna use the high pass for your mains, and you're just gonna do the EQ in the console. That's a way you can get rid of the crossover, if that's what that is. I don't know if that 223 XL is a crossover, but yeah. All right, I gotta get the phone charger out if we're gonna finish this. I'll tell you what, if you guys are sticking around, that's cool. Give me like 2 minutes. Get a drink if you haven't got a drink. Give me like a real quick second. Hopefully my phone survives. Oh god, we're dropping fast. Okay, let me grab my charger, and I'll be right back. And then we'll continue the tour in a second. Grab a drink. Hydrate. Okay, we're still alive. That's good. This is good news. This is good news. I gotta work fast though. It looks like we're dropping percentages real quick here. Okay. Okay, let's plug in here. And we'll unbox another speaker. And then we will... Oh yeah, 6%. We're gonna... And then we'll finish the tour. How about that? Let me... 2 more to unbox. Let's do some more Q&A while we unbox. Good night, Ernest. Thanks for joining us. Oh wait, no, you're staying. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. Guillaume? Is that even close? I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that. Anyway. Well, that was pretty close. Okay. Or that was it? Guillaume? Guillaume? Hopefully that was it. Miracle if that was how you do it. Appreciate you joining in, by the way. Appreciate the chats. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't go live. Nice. Okay. Nice. Wing gang. Gang on the wing. What is that? What was that? That's like call me. Anyway, this is crazy. The fact that I'm live at 2:20. We probably got another 30 minutes to an hour of this, all right? Because I gotta go home and sleep because I work tomorrow at another venue, and it's gonna be another 12 plus 14-hour day, whatever. So, I'm having a lot of fun though, so I'm sticking around. I'm here for it. Let's open another speaker. What else we got? More questions. I saw somebody comment about lighting videos. Up a little ways. What do you want to see specifically? Like I got the MA3 tutorial. You guys want the like how to begin for MA3. What else do you want to see? I know I was supposed to do one on DOS Lite, if anybody was interested still in that software. think I mentioned in a video a long time ago that I was gonna make a video and I never did, about how to like program a show, program your band, or program a song. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to check this dude out. See, I told you I'm sheltered. I don't know who's there. I guess the world is a big place too. Also, it's super sick to hear that people like go to my channel for wing stuff. What is life, dude? When did I think I was gonna become a YouTube person? Never. I'm glad I did though. I'm glad I'm doing this. This is something I never thought I would A, do, and B, be any good at. So I'm glad you're proving me at least partially wrong. Oh my gosh. Gotta get the late night lift in. Alright. I think it's default if you're a sound person. You just got my drink. What kind of drink we got? What kind of drink we got, Koss? Are we about to brew it up in here? I don't think I can do that. Can I drink on stream? Probably not. Let's not drink on. We won't promote drinking. Alcohol. Drinking water, yes. Let's put it this way. I don't really need a beer right now. It sounds great. Do I need it? No. I wish I was laying down and relaxing, but I chose this. I chose to come here after work instead of going home and sleeping. I chose to come here and unbox. It's like Christmas, okay? Let's be real. When you get stuff like this, like if you ordered your Sweetwater, right? And you're like, man, my Sweetwater is at my workplace. Like you're gonna wanna go open that Sweetwater, right? Am I alone here? I think that's just the default. If you order something and you receive it in the mail, you're likely very excited to get it and want to open it. That's probably a fair assumption. So that was my choice. Instead of going home like a responsible person, I was like, nah, we're gonna go to the studio and claim my gosh darn Sweetwater candy, because that's what we're here for. The Sweetwater candy. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go to the studio and unbox these because I just need to get them. I need to get it going. I need to get these out. I need to get the bags on them, which probably isn't gonna happen tonight. That I'm really tired. And then just gotta get a head start because the studio is gonna be used for recording again on Saturday and Sunday. So basically, I just gotta get my crap out of the way. Love to know more about the business side. Where do you find gigs and how you set up pricing? Yeah, that's definitely a loaded topic. And I've been debating for a while, like, if I should make content on that. Like, do I even know really what I'm talking about? Because I don't think I do. Like, fully. Like, I don't... And maybe this is bad practice, but I try not to, like, go on YouTube and, like, speak on a topic that I don't feel really confident in speaking on. like that I'm providing like good information, like really good information. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to like open the conversation either. So like debated on if I should talk about it, like if I'm at that point to be ready to talk about it, but also if I should talk about it like as a business, like I don't know, maybe it's just self-consciousness. Like I feel like I'd expose myself for being like under or overpriced. But also every market's different, and like every service is like I'm providing a different service than you're providing, straight up, because we have different gear, we are different people, we are working with different bands, the band's needs are different. Like it doesn't really matter. Like there's no flat rate necessarily, but there also could be depending on how you do your pricing structure. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. That's for sure. Like fuck it, I'll talk about my rates, I guess. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect how, you know, how I get booked or not, I guess. But like, I've done gigs for gigs for free. There's a video on my channel. I did a gig for free. That's no lie. I actually did it for free. But no, I've done gigs for like $400. I probably wouldn't do one of those today. But that gig was like sound for an open mic, right? It was like I only had 4 line array speakers, and I wasn't even using them as a line array. I was putting them on poles. I still had my QSC single 18 passive subs. And like I just bought par lights. Like I had just bought my first ever lighting thing ever, like for this business. So, you know, that gig was probably worth $400. Maybe that was even a lot, honestly, like because it was an open mic at a bowling alley. Like the bowling alley probably lost money. Yo, why is there only 3 of these? Uh-oh. This is not good, friends. I'm missing 2 covers. Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe there's another package coming. Maybe they ran out. I was bamboozled, but we got more candy. Suckers! Okay, yeah, so I've done a gig for $400. I've done a lot of gigs for $600, like sound and lights on like doing a cover band. But that was like early on in the lighting. Like I just had my moving washes. Actually, the gig, there's a video on my channel like 2 years ago-ish where we did a gig, Mimi and I, and we did the gig. It was like out at a farm, like private land, and it was like a country band, and they got cut short because it started storming. That gig I got $600 for. So, and that was like 3 per side, line array speakers, like, but it was one band, and they probably got paid $600, $1,000, $1,500, whatever, like on top of my fee. So like, I doubt they made more than $2,000, but maybe they did. Because it was like a private bachelorette party. And then let's see what other examples I could give you. The cheap shots gigs I get paid well for. Typically I'll get more than $1,000 for those. Those are the ones where I'm at like in Green Bay, and we roll up to that like shipping container shit where it's like a shipping container stage and like AstroTurf, like those videos, those are like $1,200 shows for me. But that's, I think I've gotten $1,000 for one of those actually too. Depends on the show, or depends on what the bar is paying them. But that place pays really well apparently, because the band's making more than that. Like the band's not playing for free; they're making $2-3 grand probably. I don't actually know, but they got enough money to pay me $1,200, so I'm happy.
So yeah, if that helps, I don't know if you've seen those videos, but as far as rates go, what I got told recently was if you're especially if you're flying audio, like a small rig like mine, if you're flying audio for a festival, like a street fest, doing multiple bands, Kevin told me that I should try to get like $1,000 for audio and $1,000 for lighting, and then plus my labor. Now this is kind of, I feel like this is really high though, because then we're talking like $2,800. Like if we're gonna pay me, if I'm gonna get $1,000 for audio, $1,000 for lighting, like on a truss, lighting on a truss, okay? Like my ground package, I don't think I'm gonna charge $1,000 to bring my ground package. That's probably out of most people's budgets. And I don't have anything that's technically flown besides my like crank stands. So we're talking, we're talking, yeah, we're not talking anything flown, like lighting wise. But if you're talking flown lighting, $1,000 maybe makes sense. Like if you're putting up truss, I would say if you're rigging truss, you should be getting $1,000 like minimum. But it all depends on your client's budget. Like if your client can't pay $1,000, then either you're doing it for less, or you're not getting the gig, or they're not getting truss. You know what I mean? But there's also a lot of people out there, and please don't be one of them. I mean, everybody starts somewhere, I guess, so you can be one of them for a little while, but don't be one of them forever that like charges like $400 and brings like a whole friggin' box truck and like truss and all this crap and like full audio lighting production for like $400. Like don't be that person, because that's just ruining it for everybody else. And I don't know if that sounds selfish, but also like you're screwing yourself over. Like if you're gonna bring $20,000, $40,000 worth of gear and you're gonna get $400, like I don't know how you're making those payments. Or maybe you bought it all up front and you're just doing it for fun. Maybe that's it, but it just makes it tougher, because then it skews all the clients' perception of what the gig should cost. So now, because I talk to a lot of bands, I've quoted a lot of bands, and I always try to just be really straightforward and be like, hey, what's your budget for this event? Like, what's the budget look like? And like, or what can we work out? Like, how is what's the budget looking like? Just because I don't know, the number one rule in negotiation is never make the first offer, right? I don't know, sometimes you have to, but, or I'll give them the price, and then if they're like, whoa, like $1,200 is too much, or $800 is too much, or whatever, if it's a smaller gig, I'll be like, okay, what's your budget? Let's see what we can work out. I can scale back, right? I can scale back. I'll bring less. Maybe I won't fly my PA, right? Maybe we're not bringing the lift towers then. Maybe we're not. And $800 for flown PA is probably too cheap too. I don't know. You tell me. Give me some feedback. Is $800, like, is that me cheaping out if I'm putting my rig up in the air? Let's just say no lighting. Let's just say audio only, small flown PA, and console and mic package to do 3 bands for a street fest. Is $800 too little? I don't know. That feels okay. It also feels like the bottom level, though, the bottom edge of that price. So, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Pricing's tough because everybody's providing a different service. Like, there's no way, unless you tell me all your gear and your skill level and the client's budget, and like a lot of you'd have to tell me a lot of details for me to like quote your job for you. And even then, I'm probably still giving you the wrong number because I don't know the market rates in Montgomery or New York City or LA or whatever. Like,
What you could do too, you could do the classic business move of like trying to get a quote for an event, like a fake quote. Like go to like 3 local audio providers, or not even local ones. Like make up a band, or maybe you don't even have to do that, but like make up a scenario and just request fake quotes from companies from like nearby or not even nearby, just to get ideas. Be like, hey, just like make it up. Be like, I'm getting married and we're hiring a wedding band. Like, how much would you charge for like sound and lights for my wedding? 200 people. And like, see if they'll give you a number. Worst they can say is no. I mean, and also maybe you're wasting their time. Like that would suck, I guess. Sorry, I'm kind of just blabbing about this. Once again, I don't know what I'm doing. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing it by ear. I'm literally making it up as I go most of the time. And as I make it up, you know, I'm getting my experience, and my perception and my decision making is ideally becoming better every gig, but yeah, I would say, I guess, yeah, what do you want to know? Like, what do you want to know about the business and about the pricing stuff? Like, ask me more specific questions, and I can maybe give you more specific answers. You guys are being too quiet now. You're making me nervous. No, it's all good. This is the point in the night where I'm probably a little delirious. I'm getting to that point where I'm a little delirious, and I'm just gonna keep talking. Okay, there's one bagged up. Look at that. So here's the cool part about the bags, if anybody is even still here for the monitors. Let's do a little drop down here. So the cool thing is that you can keep them in the bags. So you got the cover, unzip. I took these off and like tucked them in because they cover the tweeter a little bit. Like if they do actually like block the sound noticeably. At least I think they did. So I just tucked these little straps in because I didn't think they were super necessary. So you can just do this, and then you fold this in half, and then you fold it in half again, and then it's got a Velcro on the back. And that sticks like that. And then you get the handles on the sides. You can unzip this part to get in there to grab the handle, or you unzip the bottom half for the plugs. You can still kind of grab the handles like through the bag a little bit, or you can, I guess, reach in, but then you're spreading the bag out. I don't know. It all works. Yeah, and then when you're done, you just zip her back up, and it's all ready to go. Also, now to pick it up, it's, yeah, I don't know, maybe you like do that to like lift it like this. You know? Put it in your case, put it in the vehicle. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting tired, guys. We got any more chats to make? You got more questions? It's been a sick live stream so far, though. Just off the cuff, on the whim. We could finish the studio tour if we want.
mess now. Big mess of these freaking speakers and boxes everywhere. Oh, I feel like I took these all out already. What am I doing? I thought we had them all out. Apparently not. Apparently not. Oh, these are nice though. I'm excited. I'm excited to pull these bad boys out on the next gig. Alright, which side did we need to put down? Just like that. Okay. I'm excited to show these to Kale too, because he hasn't seen them. Kale has not heard. I mean, maybe he's seen them? No, I don't think he's seen them. But I know, excuse me, I know he has not heard them yet. Which is more important than seeing them. I will say the cover is pretty nice. I'm not sure if it's worth $70. Maybe more like 40 or 50, but also like I can't make this cover. I don't know what it takes to sew these things. So they're probably paying, you know, $20 a piece, $30 a piece. I don't know. Maybe not. There's a middleman charge and all that. It's worth it though. I think $70 to like really protect the finish and the longevity of these things is worth it. They do look really nice without the cover though. If I was a venue, I definitely would not buy the covers, but because I'm transporting these all the time, I think it's just smarter. I think it's just smarter, chat. Whew. We got one monitor. We got 2 monitors with covers now. Kinda sick. Right. Yeah. Two. All right. Let's see. We have one more. We have another cover. I don't think I have enough covers though. I think I'm missing 2. Pretty sure they did not send 2 covers, which kind of sucks because now I can't cover all of them right now. You guys pass out on me? You guys freaking are we who's in bed right now? Freaking passing out to me rambling. Probably more than you. That's alright, I get it. That's where I should be right now, is in bed. But here I am at 2:46 in the morning. Holy crap. It is late, my friends. How we doing? I see some people rolling in. That's cool. That's cool, you're awake. I'm barely awake. We're getting these suckers cased up. These are nice, man. These are nice. I'm liking what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. And I liked what I heard when I got the first one. Otherwise I wouldn't have got 5 more. Oh God. Okay.
think I'm missing. I think I'm missing a cover, which is highly unfortunate. I got the OG. Oh. I got the OG one right here. These are pretty sweet. They're so small. I just like how small they are, man. They're little. Okay, these go. This one goes this way. All right. Let's see. Shall we finish the studio tour quick? Now that I have a big mess everywhere. This is the rest of the desk. So I did switch to the console one system. This is how I run it when I mix. I'll put the keyboard over here because anything that's a keyboard shortcut I have on the Stream Deck. And then I just mix like this. So I got my faders, my EQ, and then anything that's touchscreen is all right here. So that's what I came to. If you guys saw the SSL video where I kind of tore apart the fader, you know, the UF8 unit, I did switch to this. After that, I sent it back. Or actually, I sold it because I got it used. But I kept the UF1 because I'm left-handed, but also like if my right hand's on the mouse at all, my left hand is good then for the transport controls. So I kept the UF1 for the transport controls and a few other things like turning on and off automation. But mostly those two things. And then also I usually have this on master. So this will be my master volume for the session. So somebody's got to lay down a vocal quick. My master volume's right there. I can pull it down 10. So they're not getting cooked in their ears while they're recording a vocal. But yeah, that's the desk setup. Super minimal. Everything's clear of the speakers. I know that's there, but like this used to be here and it used to be taller and like it was in the audio path. So I wanted to just clear out everything from the path of the speakers because I felt like it just opens up the soundscape a lot better. So that's kind of the vibe here with the studio desk. Here's the band rack. There's also like a camera corner back here. This is like a bunch of junk, really. It's really messy. Like I said, I've not had time to clean anything. This is like lenses and battery chargers, and this will look better. It's just been busy, man. Summer's been crazy. So I just haven't had time to really be in here to like keep everything super clean, but then we got the band corner. So this is our monitor rack. I've done some videos on this. We actually got a new rack, which is cool. But it's basically the same. We got an antenna combiner for the in-ears. We got the PreSonus still, unfortunately. I'm trying to get them to switch to a wing rack, but they don't think it's worth it yet, so we're still on the PreSonus. And then yeah, we got a big drawer now, which is sick. So we put all our mics in here. It's a nice deep drawer that we can keep all the mics in the ears, so everything's just in one. And then yeah, here's Matt's keyboard on an angle because that's how he plays it. And then Matt's keyboard rack. He runs a MacBook Pro with Keyscape. And this is his keyboard rig. And this is just a big MIDI controller. So that's kind of ballsy, but he does it. Once in a while he crashes, I will say. But I'll blame it on Apple. Yeah, and that's my drum boat. So all my drums go in there, which is sick. And our merch, what's left of it at the moment, guitar cases. But this is like the band storage corner. So when the gear is not being used, it's back there. And when the cases are empty, they go back there. So Yeah, I think that's about it for the studio tour, though. It's like just really messy right now. I got all this crap everywhere. So I gotta get my boxes cleaned up and put these monitors somewhere. And that's Raph's bass cab. Another random bass amp just for practice, fun. 3D print farm over there right now. Temporarily, I don't know how long that's gonna be there, but I don't have anywhere else to put it at the moment. Andrew's corner. Matt's corner. Raph's somewhat corner. That was me. Lots of treatment. Did all the treatment myself. It's all rock wool insulation and burlap. Very porous fabric. Yeah. Yep, it is just a mess right now. But all right, guys. It's really late. I should probably go. This has been a cool live stream, though. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet saying goodbye. But I should probably go. It's like 3 in the morning. I still gotta go home. But the upside is we got the LD Systems monitors unboxed. Now I have a bunch of garbage to clean up. Still need 2 covers, so I don't know what's happening with that. But I'll figure it out with my Sweetwater guy. I guess I should check the tracking first and see what's up. But the next on the list is to take these cables. We're gonna take these cables. I'm gonna take the connectors off, put them on my monitor looms, and then finish those up. And yeah, I don't know what else right now. Figure out if I want to do a cable trunk or more bags or what. I don't really know. That's kind of a whole topic in itself. But I'm getting tired. I'm getting a little delirious right now, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think the next stream, I want to do this again. I do want to do this again. I think the game plan is like anytime I have busy work, like building those cables, right? Like I'm just gonna set up the phone and we can chat. I think that's the move. But let me know what you think. Hey guys, I really appreciate everybody stopping in to the live stream. This was like on a whim, so it's super cool that people just showed up. That's pretty sick. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say, but I'm gonna peace out. I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. I got a gig tomorrow. So I don't know when the next live stream is gonna be, but I'm gonna keep posting my content. I got some more videos coming. So I appreciate all the suggestions that I got from this. That's awesome. But yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna peace out. All right, guys. Take it easy. I gotta figure out how to stop this thing. Let's see. Aha, that's how we stop. We hit the X button. All right. Peace, guys.